So apparently, day 43 wasn't over. So before we get into day 44, I have to tell you what happened after we went to bed last night. So we're trying to go to sleep, everything's good, and all of a sudden I hear a party, big parade, lots of drums, lots of happy people, and I'm thinking, okay, there's something going on. I've got to be in the middle of it. So went downstairs, followed the crowd, and lo and behold, it was a parade in the honor of the feast day. It's, I guess, Saint Joan. Big party here in Spain, and people were happy. You saw the dancing. It was crazy. Well, it didn't end there. The boom booms, the big, not really fireworks, but they're noisemakers. They call them boom booms. These went on. The big show was at 1:30 in the morning. You could hear it from the next town because we were talking to people this morning about it, and they could hear it. Lots of happy people, let me tell you. But anyway, when you are going through these little towns, you might walk into a festival. If you see a festival, join in. That's part of the joy. Now, let's talk about day 44. Well, welcome to day 44. It is going to be spicy. I think this is the last day of the heat wave. We've got about 25 again to do today. We're packing up. It's almost 5:30 and we are heading out. Lots of water, lots of stops along the way. We'll be safe. See you along the way. Okay, well, we've been walking for about 2.5 hours.
Okay.
11K, roughly. There's only been one stop, proper stop. We grabbed some orange juice and toast, which is a good light breakfast when it's really hot. Then we were hoping, at least according to the map, that there would be some other stops along the way. So far, all they've been are vending machines, not proper stops. So just check the app, and it looks like there is one at 1.5K ahead of us. So we're going up there, and let's see. So we're still looking for that bar or cafe or whatever it is. Something we learned yesterday about Galicia. Not allowed to have food trucks. Because we've seen food trucks all along the Camino so far. And they've been very nice stops. And I asked the owner at the hotel last night about food trucks, and she said they're not allowed. And maybe it's because there are a lot of stops in Galicia. Not sure, but don't go looking for a food truck if you're in Galicia. Well, we found the cafe and a nice cold Coke. Whew, yay. Well, we just passed a big milestone. We passed the 100K marker, and we have seen the Civil Guard at least 3 times so far in about the last hour. With the extreme heat warnings that are out, it's really nice to know that the Civil Guard is patrolling, making sure everyone is nice and safe. Well, we're about 4K from our stop, and look who we found, E.T. All right, so we had to stop. Both of us have a sangria. We're underneath a nice shade, and we're gonna cool off a bit before we finish our day. Cheers. Okay, these are the famous stairs at Porto Marine. Very steep. If you've been to Paris, not as many steps as Sacré-Cœur, but there is no handrail, so we got to be careful. All right, let's get going. right, well, we have made it. Wow. We got here right at 11 o'clock, which is good, so we beat the extreme heat. It is 82 right now. I think it was about 78 when we arrived at town. We can't check in quite yet, but we were allowed to drop our backpacks off. We are right across the street. We found a lovely little bar. So another sangria, don't judge. And we're just gonna kind of chill here. They said check back in an hour, so we may be able to get back into our room. The walk wasn't that bad, actually. It was kind of up and down. The first hill out of Saria, pretty impressive, but not too long. And then it was kind of a gradual up and down, a little rocky, had to watch out for the tree roots, those sorts of things. And then coming into town, very easy to navigate. The stairs, those are notorious stairs, weren't too bad. Kevin, there were what, 42 stairs?
46 plus 12.
46 stairs, and then an additional 12 all the way up to the gate. Not too bad, okay? Very doable. You do need to be careful, because your backpack is going to want to pull you backwards, so you need to think about that. Be smart. There is an alternate route to take you around that, so you don't have to go the stairs, but we really didn't want to do another kilometer and a half, okay? So we did the stairs. Lots of places here for beverages, food, certainly supplies. There's a supermarket right down the street here, ATMs, everything you need, okay? So that is all for now, and I'll check back in later this evening. Buen Camino. Well, after we got into our room, we went out, had a nice little lunch. Kevin came back in the room, took a little nap. That's kind of what he likes to do in the afternoon. I walked around town just for a bit, checked out the church, and then we went to, I think it was called Casa Cruz, for an early dinner, which was really more tapas than anything else. We were still pretty full from our lunch. I had pulpu, I had the octopus, and he had the raxo, local dish here. And it's very nice, marinated pork loin, very, very flavorful. So now it is time to kick the shoes off, relax, because we have another 20-plus day tomorrow. We are keeping an eye on the weather. Forecast kind of comes and goes with the rain, so we'll see what happens. All right, until tomorrow, buen camino.